So right now I'm kind of antagonized. Well, actually, no. More like livid is the proper word for this. Because it was brought to me that Damian had lost one of his accounts earlier today or late last night. And why did he lose the account, do you ask? Did he call someone a racial slur? No. Did he advocate for the murder or harm of a protected group? No. Did he advocate for the religious supremacy of a group over other religious groups? No. His crime was that he opposed and made fun of a bigot that has most likely said all of those three things. Okay, so let me get this straight. Someone opposes a person spewing genuinely bigoted shit, and they're the one that gets in fucking trouble. The same bigoted moron, mind you, who went around threatening to, fight and beat up their critics a few years back, who has apparently not been given a single punitive measure by the system yet. Meanwhile, other people were lambasting others who truly deserved it, or were being critical of other people's ignorant opinions. And said people are getting hit left and right, like it's a game of whack-a-mole. Make it make fucking sense, please. Make it make fucking sense. Because it doesn't. It doesn't make fucking sense. You can sit there and abide by the rules and dance to a little tune all the fucking time and do whatever you can to avoid stepping on someone else's toes. But if you dare say one thing out of turn against a bigot, you're hit. Just for no reason at all, aside from that. I think your ignorant ideas are ignorant and very bad. You're in trouble now. That's what it is. It's basically just the equivalent of being the internet hall monitor. And it's kind of weird, too, because, keep in mind, if you bash pedophiles on YouTube, people that have watched me long enough know that I've lost 2 accounts because I called those kinds of people pieces of garbage for hurting kids because of how fucked up they are mentally. And I got in trouble for that. Because I said some mean things flippantly. Meanwhile, we have an actual bigot who actually means that shit when they say it about people and advocates for those people losing their lives or their rights, and then at the same time, that person gets off scot-fucking-free. Explain that to me. You're not allowed to target pedophiles with harsh language, but this guy can target gay people with really fucked up statements regarding them losing their lives or their privileges because they're gay. And I'm the one that gets in trouble for talking about how bad child molesters are. Meanwhile, Dusty is attacking gay people just for existing and minding their own business. Make it make fucking sense, please. Make it make sense, because it fucking doesn't. It makes no fucking sense at all how these disciplinary measures are dealt. Because realistically, a lot of this shit that people get in trouble for shouldn't be something that you get in trouble for. Unless you're being, incredibly fucking excessive to the point where it's yeah, that might just borderline harassment. Unless you can say that there's, a clear pattern of harassment constantly that's not being, ping-ponged back and forth with banter and everything, then that's not harassment if there's banter involved on both sides. It's not harassment if the person in question is engaging with it voluntarily several times. And it's most certainly not harassment if the person in question is saying stupid shit and other people are saying the shit they're saying is dumb. I do firmly believe that Dustin was the one reporting these, because let's be honest, nobody else is that invested in what the fuck he does. There's a reason that he has 1 or 2 comments that basically just sing his praises, is because these are people just as mentally fucked as him or bots. It's one of the two. It's not a third option. There is no third fucking option. Even if it was one of Killer Creed's little fucking puppy dogs sucking Dusty's balls, that still would be like column A. It'd still be someone that's brain damaged, following Dusty around, singing his praises just because they have a hate boner towards Damo that they never quite got out of getting out of their system. Like, I'll never understand that shit at all. Like, I don't get it at all. Looking for negative attention all the time by saying ignorant bullshit in front of everyone, and then having the nerve to be complaining about it when someone says, yeah, the shit you're saying is dumb. It is dumb. Because it's based entirely upon some bullshit that you heard that was made up by people thousands of years ago that believed that a giant fictional sky wizard made the universe for no reason at all other than just to do it. And honestly, if this was just about his religious views, it wouldn't be a huge deal. But the fact is, he's a raging fucking hypocrite. He'll complain and cry when people call him names. Meanwhile, he will advocate for other people losing their rights and being possibly killed in countries where they would be viewed as subhuman and risk being fucking murdered for being what they are. Even though what they're doing doesn't really hurt anybody. And yet, for some reason, we get in trouble for talking about sex offenders poorly. I'm baffled. I'm baffled and I'm fucking gutted. But mostly gutted. Because this just reinforces the idea that this platform is no longer a place where you can actually maintain any kind of presence without the threat of a fucking guillotine hanging over your head if you don't say exactly what they want you to say when they want you to fucking say it. And it kind of blows, really it does. Because imagine, for example, if you're like an aspiring comedian or something, and you start making jokes, and you have like if you, for example, if you recorded like an open mic night set, like what I plan on doing in the future at some point, if you record one of those, and you say something that's a little bit coarse, are you then opening yourself up to having your account possibly clipped down for that one joke, or for that one punchline, or for that one setup? Like, how do you define what is and is not going to result in you being able to stay here without risk of being fucking shot down? Because the line always seems to be shifting. The rules always seem to be changing. And they're not changing for the better. They're changing so that they can be as broad and as vague as possible. That way, any fucking minute chance that you might overstep a boundary without knowing it is immediately enough for them to take your fucking knees. I mean, this platform is getting to be almost, it's borderline getting to be communist, to tell me the truth. And I'm not saying communist like the government controls it. I'm saying communist in the kind of mindset where it's like, if you don't dance along to what we want you to dance to, if you don't sing along the way you want me to sing, we're going to cut out your vocal cords and break your fucking legs so you won't sing and dance at all. And that's basically what it is. It's basically, we're going to restrict the fuck out of you until we feel like we can control whatever you say. Meanwhile, you let an actual bigot spout bullshit all the time, unopposed, and the only people that seem to get punished are the people that are saying it's bigoted. Make it make fucking sense. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. Like, if anyone wonders why it is, like, I don't do a lot of the pre-recorded shit anymore, it's because every time I do, even if it's like a commentary or like one of these watch-alongs of like a Kiwi Tapes documentary or something, half the time I'm worried YouTube's gonna go, fuck you, we're taking that away, and ripping it out from under me, and then hitting me with a strike too, just to remind me that they can hit me whenever they want. Like, it's like honestly, the best way to describe being a content creator on YouTube that's not monetized and not a partner is kind of like being a child of a child of an abusive parent. Because at any point in time, you can be punished for any perceived slight whatsoever, even if you didn't do shit wrong, just because the system felt like it needed to remind you that it could fuck with you whenever it wanted with no consequence for itself. And that's really what it feels like. It just feels like it's trying to remind you that it can just drop the hammer on you whenever it fucking wants. The weird thing is, there was no warning. Because instead of an email saying, oh, look, I got a warning, I got a strike, no, they just straight up took his shit down. No warning. No strike. No fucking school, like no community guidelines school. Basically just said, fuck you, we're taking it away. And this has to do with YouTube using AI, I think, to do a lot of this shit. Because AI is so fucking shit right now that it will do anything to make itself work, even if it has to like be counterintuitive to the rules that have been established. It's like, well, you're not necessarily breaking the rules, but I was told you were being a problem, so I'm just gonna clip you anyway. Fuck you. See you later. Yeah, just to wrap this all up, I'm just gonna have one more thing to say. Dusty, you constantly complain about being cyberbullied, about being a victim, about being blah blah blah, but you actively network you go around saying shit where you want people's rights to be restricted and taken away from them just because they're not like you. Not because they're doing anything wrong, not because they're hurting anyone, just because they're not like you. If they don't come out of the same fucking crayon mold you came out of, you want them gone. Part of me thinks the only reason you're so afraid of gay people and you're so afraid of people that are black is because a big black ghost just rammed you in the ass violently as a child and you just wake up every day traumatized from big black ghost Tyrone turning your asshole into a crater. Fuck you. Because you're not advocating for free speech if you're just saying other people shouldn't be allowed to say things to you just because you don't like it. It's either everyone's allowed to say whatever they want regardless of your feelings on the matter, or they're not. And if you're going to tell other people that they should be shut down and silenced because of the things they say about you, you should probably shut the fuck up about gay people too. Because if you're going to adhere to that standard needs to be held unilaterally and not wielded like a hammer just to bash people because they hurt your feelings. Because you're an overgrown man-baby chud. I'll see everyone later.